We now have joining us Coach Tommy Tuberville, United States Senator from the great state of Alabama. Coach, welcome to the program. All eyes have been on the Senate this weekend, Coach. As you probably know, there's a lot happening there. You have a new op-ed. America needs an America First Republican majority leader. Coach, walk us through it.
Well, first of all, Charlie, let me thank you for having me on, and also for what you did for President Trump and our country during the election. Your forums that you did on campuses, I watched most of them, were absolutely amazing, and you turned a lot of people's heads, so thank you for what you did there.
Thank you.
It is, President Trump, he had a mandate from this country to turn this place around. I mean, Charlie, you know as well as anybody, we're looking down the barrel of a gun here. 4 more years of this nonsense. We're going to have huge problems. We already have problems, and we got to dig out of this hole that the Democrats have gotten us in. But we can't do it with people that are half on the boat and half not on the boat. And so we're pushing hard to get the right person in place here in the Senate that's going to lead our Senate. That's going to get us going in the right direction, that can communicate with President Trump. Now, I will say this. We have a new demographic in our conference now. If you go back and look at the election, President Trump got 3/4 of the Native American vote. He got 55% of the males, 45% of females, almost 60% of the Asians, 45% of the Hispanics. We have so many more new people that voted for President Trump and our party that we got to make sure that they stay on board with us, not just for a month, but for years and years to come. So we've got to have somebody in Senate leadership that understands all that can get us all on the same wavelength, that help President Trump save this country.
Yeah, so let's just ask the question here. What is the hang up, Coach? Why is it that your colleagues are ignoring the mandate of the voters? Look, you got to get along with all 53 of your friends, but why is it that there seems to be this obstinance, this reluctance to listen to the mandate that the voters just loudly sent to all of you?
Well, one of the things I'll tell you is tradition of possibly somebody that's been second in charge, that takes the job when somebody steps down. I was a football coach for a long time. When I went into a new job, I didn't keep anybody because I wanted people around me that's going to be on the same team as me. President Trump just took a new job. He had it for 4 years and he was off for 4 years. Now he's taking it again. He needs people on his side. Up here, and again, I don't know who's going to win this vote. It's going to be about this time tomorrow, but it's going to be close. And I have put my voice in for Rick Scott. He runs hand in hand with President Trump. He's a good communicator, but the big thing is he's not a career politician. He's been in politics for a little while because of being governor in Florida. He was a businessman. He understands the business world, and that's what our country is. It is a business. We don't need to treat it like a political adversary. So it's tough to break old habits. We're all friends up here. 53 of us. We work together. We laugh together. We've cried together for the last 4 years. And it's hard to overcome sometimes friendships, but friendship can't be in play here. This has got to be the best person that can get our team together to play the best during the week against the Democrats, because they're going to come on strong. They're not going to give up. It is going to be very hard, but also work hand in hand with President Trump and somebody that has supported him from day one.
Yeah. So why is the vote secret, Senator? What's that? Coach, what is this all about?
Well, that comes from leadership. Whoever, and I've talked to all three of them, whoever is leader this time, the next time we have a vote is not going to be secret ballot. People need to know where their senators stand. There's no doubt about that. And I think it's easier probably to vote for somebody when it's a secret ballot and try to hide it. I don't think there's going to be any hiding this time, even though it is a secret ballot. I think people are going to have to come out and say who they voted for and why, because the American people, again, a mandate last week was said, hey, we have got to turn our country around, and we don't need any of the same rhetoric, not just from the White House, but also from Congress and the Senate. We can't do that. And so I totally agree with you. It shouldn't be that situation. But again, this comes from the leadership room, and it's been done that way for the last few times. Hopefully, we'll get that changed. But you'll know who people vote for.
I really hope so. I mean, just when you guys were selecting team captains at your championship football programs, did you guys do secret ballot?
No, we wanted everybody to know who, to man up, to vote their opinion, to vote their voice. Up here, every vote we have on the floor, everybody knows how you vote for any kind of bill or any kind of confirmation. Should be the same thing when we vote for leaders in our conference.
It is breathtaking to me. And so let's walk through then, what does this look like tomorrow? President Trump is coming to town tomorrow. It's also your Senate election, right? So will President Trump is being very smart. He's staying out, but he's demanding his terms on recess appointments because he's got to work with whoever gets it, right? He has to. He can't alienate, and the Senate is a difficult thicket to get through. But will his presence in D.C. tomorrow potentially change the outcome?
I think the president's more of J.D. Vance will have that. President Trump's kind of hands off, and he probably should be. People ask me, why did President Trump step in on this? Well, we're a different entity, and we need people to understand. The President Trump, was blamed. Now we'll go back to this. He was blamed for the border bill that did not pass when the Democrats put it on the floor about a year ago. President Trump never called me, never called anybody, never said anything about the bill. But of course, the Democrats are going to blame anybody they possibly can when something doesn't work. I think J.D. Vance obviously is going to be the president of the Senate. He's going to have a huge hand in the leadership of what we do with the leader along to President Trump. So I feel a lot better. J.D. will be here. He will vote on this, on the leader, because he's still a senator until January the 20th of next year. And so he'll have some observations, and I hope he gets up tonight. Now we have a meeting tonight at 6:00 with all three of the candidates, along with every senator. And I would hope JD would get up and give his opinion about what we're looking for, how he thinks we need to go, because he's been a great spokesman for the Senate. Even though he's never wasn't a senator, but for 2 years, he had a great influence on all of us.